So this motor right here, a little backstory on it. I got it up from North Georgia, supposedly from around Lake Allatoona, up above Atlanta. It spent most of its life. And I got my hands on it, and it's doing good. Just ran up the river pretty good ways, came back down. It either starts on the first pull or the third pull, so I'm happy with it. All right, I just got done washing her off and trying to clean up the inside of the cow. Took the flywheel off and blew it out with compressed air, try to get some of that water out along with any dust or debris. So next, I got an impeller coming, a carb kit, and a thermostat. So yeah, the tilt mechanism, the handle that goes on here where you can turn it, the roll pin snapped. So I already got the old roll pin out. I'm about to beat a new roll pin in and we'll be good to go. All right, it's all on there. I'll be able to trim my motor as needed now. Here it is all painted. Now it's time to take the tape off. There it is. I'm gonna try to print me out some stickers to put on it. It says Johnson. But yeah, we'll figure something out. Here's the painted hood cow. And my wife has a Cricut machine, and she got the exact logos for Johnson. And they're gonna go right here. I think it'll look good. And then we'll do a 9.5 on the back. Here's the finished product. A little custom, got a big 9.5 on the back. I like it. My wife did a good job. All right, I'll be taking the lower unit off this 9.5 Johnson to do the water pump. Well, I ended up getting the gear case off, but lo and behold, the nightmare. The drive shaft is stuck in the power head. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get this out of here. If it comes to it, I got a parts motor there that if I need to rob the drive shaft, I can. All right, I got the motor upside down with some WD-40, just trying to penetrate it because someone probably didn't put grease on this drive shaft when they put it back in. So we'll let that set overnight, keep on applying it, and we'll see. All right, lo and behold, the drive shaft is out. It was rust welded up in there, couldn't help it. The drive shaft's destroyed. I got a spare one right here that I pulled out of my parts motor, so we'll get this thing, the new one in there, and be good to go. All right, I got both drive shafts side by side. The one on the left is the one that was rusted up in there and stuck in the head. As you can see, I pretty much destroyed it getting it out. And this is the one I deemed good and I'm gonna replace it with. So, yeah. All right, the lower unit is back on with the new drive shaft, the new impeller, and she is looking good. All right, time to take the carb off and do a rebuild. Got my rebuild kit, and everything should already be unhooked. It should just slide out. There we go. All right, let's get to it. All right, we have the carb apart. As you can see, there's a good bit of trash in the bowl. Looks like it still has, I'm guessing that's an original cork style float. And as you can see, the little needle going into the seat seems to be somewhat stuck. All right, the carb is out of the ultrasonic cleaner. Looking all right. Same with the bowl. So let's put this rebuild kit at it. We got the carburetor mounting surface cleaned up, sanded it down with like 2000 grit, put acetone on it. Now for a new gasket and the rebuilt carb. Carb is rebuilt and I'm gonna throw it on. There you have it. Carb is installed on this 9.5. I already have the slow speed jet set to 1.5 turns out, and yeah, we got the new thermostat. It is going in. New thermostat in. Here's the old one, as you can tell. Probably the original. And then I have the cap going on. I made me a homemade gasket, so yeah. The new thermostat's in with the thermostat cover with the gasket I made. I used some thick material. I just used an X-Acto knife and cut it out. We got some brand new Champion J6Cs going in, gapped at 30 thou. The new kill switch is on. Got it all wired up to factory connections, and I'm happy with it. Flywheel's back on, carbs on, it's all put together. Filling her up, we're gonna see how she runs. New kill switch. Alright, as you could see, it was spewing water out of this rewind starter. There's a water passage that round plate right there sits over, and there should be a cork gasket right there. Well, I tightened it down and it stopped it leaking a little bit, but it wasn't complete. So I'm gonna take this off and go from there. Probably build me a new gasket like I did the thermostat. Thermostat's not leaking at all, which I'm happy about. Now, I got it running and it seems to run all right, but the problem I'm having is it's not idling well. And I think the mag plate and the butterfly valve, this lever that actuates the butterfly valve and the carb, it's not timed properly. All right, so I got the throttle cam adjusted where it should be in time now. Hopefully there won't be much of a rough idle. Here we got the 9.5 Johnson with the lower unit off of it. I'm about to take it apart, clean it, and reseal it. Whenever I set the motor on its face or on its back, it wants to leak diff fluid out of the exhaust. So I think it's the drive shaft seal or the shift shaft seal. Damn. But I'm just gonna, since I have everything, I'm just gonna go ahead and redo the whole thing, clean it, inspect it, and seal it up. Alright, the bottom is completely off. Doesn't look too bad. There's definitely a little, you know, wear here and there. I mean, it's so old, but as of right now, I mean, the teeth don't look bad at all. So I'm gonna work on cleaning this up and replacing seals. Gears are out. Like I said, they don't look too bad. And then here, you know, it doesn't look too bad. It's a little dirty, but it's gonna get cleaned up. All right, I got these two seals replaced. The drive shaft goes through that, and then the output shaft right here for the propeller goes through that one. So these two are replaced. I think that's all I'm gonna do for tonight. I just been painting a little, just a little protective coating. Degreased it, acetoned it, and just did a base layer of dark green, and then just a base layer of black and clear coat over that. I just did this one, letting it sit. So, yeah. My shift shaft bushing rod came in, removal tool, and it came out just like butter. There it is. But now I can get in there and get that seal out and replace it with the good one. So easy work with this $20 tool. A bit steep, but definitely worth it. Yeah, that's probably definitely what was causing my lower gear oil leak when it was on its back. Bitch is hard as a rock. I don't know if you can hear it. New shift shaft seal is in. I'm gonna reuse the old bushing and I'm gonna press it in there. Alright, I'm getting ready to install the skag on. Here it is. I got everything cleaned up and lubed up a little bit. Here's my diagram I'm following. So yeah, let's get her on there. Alright, 9.5 lowers all on, water pumps in there. Gear case is all sealed back up. Put a new little fuel line on it. The other one broke in half. It was leaking right here, so put some gas to her, see what she does. Alright, here's a 9.5. Got it running good last night with the lower gear case sealed up and everything, as you could see. And I had the bright idea to take it on its maiden voyage to duck hunting. We were halfway to the duck hole and the prop spun on it. Let's see if I can get it to, yep, just spinning on that shaft. Alright, I'm about to take the fuel pump off and rebuild it. I have a rebuild kit for it. As you can tell, that gasket's super old, so yeah. Alright, this is the 9.5's armature plate. I got it off. Just wasn't running how I wanted it to. Tried setting points and I got it as close as I could, but it was still off just a hair. And the cam is timed correctly, so I said, what the hell, I'll just put a new set of points on it because I had a spare set. And it looks like someone was in here before and they lost this eccentric screw and they just put a regular little screw that adjusts the points. So that's probably why it was off just a hair. I snagged this little screw off my parts 9.5. So yeah, I'm gonna slap all this back together and see what she does. All right, new points are on. They're gapped at 20,000. I'm gonna throw the flywheel back on and see how she runs. Got the rebuilt fuel pump on there, all new seals and everything, springs, and the new prop. So see if she runs any better with the rebuilt fuel pump. This fuel pump, someone just took it apart and didn't put the springs back where they went, so I don't think it was actually doing too good of a job. So as you can see, 9.5 did pretty good. It's my, after it spun the prop, this is my second time out here with it, and it just chugs along. I mean, it might get in a few eags and bog it down, but it just goes right through it. Good little motor. So she's wrapped up and good to go.